Ruby Franke's husband, Kevin Franke, had his lawyer do an interview to speak out on behalf of Kevin Franke. And is he basically saying my name's Bennett and I ain't in it?
P-A-S-C-A-L.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below. And let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube and if you're watching on Facebook. What's up? Make sure you are crushing that follow button on my Facebook page if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to get into this story. Okay, I swear, I thought I was done with this topic or this story for today, but this recently just popped off. My mind is a little bit blown on this situation because, let's keep it real, there's some moments here that I need to point out. We already know about the whole 8 passengers situation. Ruby Franke and Jody Hildebrand both arrested for these unthinkable things. But Kevin Franke is still out here in these streets taking care of his kids, the ones that were locked up in such a fashion, an unthinkable fashion, right? So now his lawyer not only said before, right, he spoke before on behalf of Kevin, basically saying he's just trying to get his children together. He's just trying to keep his family together. And of course, you know, I had some pushback and some questions about that. And I still do have those questions to this day. It even solidifies, this video even solidifies my concerns and my questions as well. The lawyer goes on this interview with GMA, Good Morning America, and it's very short, but there's a few things in here, a few key points that I want to point out here. So let's take a look at this video. Yeah, it's trash in my personal opinion, but I'm going to be going in and out of this because of fair use and all that. So let's rock and roll.
Again to you now, Kevin Franke's lawyer says that Kevin and Ruby had been living separately for the last 13 months and that Kevin's main objective right now is to follow the court's lead and do what's best for his children. Okay,
so you hear that piece right there. First things first, he wants to say, let me clarify a few things. First off, everybody's been wondering if they were actually separated or if they were not, so on and so forth. Why were the kids found in the basement or wherever at Jody's home and not inside the home of the Frankes, right? We are all wondering that question. There was a question of if they've been separated or not. That was all in the rumor mill, and some articles were talking about that, right? But now the lawyer is basically saying, let me clarify a few things. It's been 13 months since they've ever been together. So in my mind, the way I hear that first and foremost is his lawyer is trying to distance Kevin as much as they can, or as much as he can, from Ruby's wrongdoing. I'm going to say this now, and I'm sure I might repeat it later on in this video. You cannot tell me that all the wrongdoings that she ended up doing to these kids only happened for those 13 months while they separated. That's when she just went nuts, ripped the whole Band-Aid off and just went nuck and futz in this piece. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling that. But that clearly is the lawyer's clearly trying to make it seem like, oh, no. He wasn't there. See, it's been 13 months. In other words, my name's Bennett and I ain't in it. Okay, let's continue. That's just trash in my personal opinion.
Her husband, Kevin, seen here in one of Ruby's many social media videos, now fighting to clear his own name.
He's a good person. He's very gentle. He's a very gentle guy. And no one's ever made any allegations that he's ever physically abused those kids or anyone else.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair that there's no allegations towards him. But at the same time, what about the countless videos that are out here where he's condoning the behavior? He's condoning the punishments in which his wife is saying all up in these videos as well, all these vlogs, how she is disciplining and enforcing the law or enforcing the law of the house on these children. Let's be real. As much as you can sit here and say, oh, yeah, you know, he was a gentle soul, he was really kind and nice and all that, that could also translate as him being a wet noodle, him being a pushover, Him just being sitting there willing to let his wife do what she do, because let's be real, it's now starting to sound like she's the enforcer. She's the one who puts down the law, the punishment, and all that. She is Judge Dredd up in that house. And he just happens to be there as a bystander. But that's the problem. You are still a bystander. You are not a part of the problem. You are not a part of the solution. You are part of the problem. That's the issue here. You stand idly by as your wife, who is what, at least that's what they're alleging here, what this lawyer is alleging, that she is the enforcer of the law and punishment, and you're allowing these things to happen. That's not good, y'all. That is not good. Let's continue. Oh, he's a gentle soul and all that. No, sure, he's a gentle soul. But at the same time, sure he is. Whatever. If he is really a gentle soul, fine. But at the same time, nah, bruh, this ain't working for me. This is not working for me.
His lawyer telling ABC News that Kevin's main objective is the safety of his kids.
He just wants to do what's best for his kids, get them back, get them under his tutelage and his fathership, and protect them.
Okay. That's pretty much the nuts and bolts of this whole thing. But let me say this. You're telling me that he's sitting here saying, hey, I care about the safety of my children and getting them back together and all that. Well, maybe you should have thought about that a long ass time ago. Let's keep it real. You're bringing harm, and you're allowing harm to the loved ones that you brought into this world. If you ever thought that this woman right here was that big of a monster, why wouldn't you have got the law involved, go and forcibly get the children back into your possession? Shoot, throw her divorce papers and wanting to have sole custody on the children. Make her sign them papers, do something out here other than just sitting idly by and letting this woman do what she was doing. Allegedly. But let's be real. We already know. But he sat by. He allowed these things to happen. And God knows how long. But I'm telling you right now, it wasn't just 13 months. I'm telling you it was a lot longer than that. So I call BS on this. Guys, you can miss me with all this nonsense. It seems to me that this guy's more concerned about his public image than the safety of his own children. But let's talk about the separation thing. If that, when that happened, and it happened for 13 months, allegedly, let's talk about that really quick. Sure, they separated. But why? Was it because he didn't like how she was raising the children, how she was punishing them, reprimanding them for them acting out or just being kids? Was it because of that? But see, that's the problem. If that was the issue, why do you leave those kids in her hands? Why? Why would you do something like that? Regardless, it doesn't matter if you said, hey, I'll take the boys while you take the girls type of situation, which clearly doesn't sound like that's the case, because there was a 12-year-old boy that ran out of that house. If that was the issue about how she was reprimanding these kids, then you should have done the extra work, pushed harder, maybe getting that divorce and getting sole custody over these children if you thought she was unfit as a mother. But you didn't do that. You sat on this for 13 months until the cops came to that home, seeing those kids in that type of fashion. That is unfreaking believable. I don't care. You can sit here all day long saying, hey, I ain't done nothing. I'm innocent. Nah, you ain't innocent. You as guilty as the two that are locked up right now. And I hope that they actually go and they throw some charges on you too, because there's something in there for you too. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. I mean, to me, this is trash. I'm sorry. I don't need to hear no lawyer sit here saying, oh, yeah, no, he's a gentle soul. I get that's the lawyer's job. That's what he gets paid the big bucks to do, which is to show up and be like, oh, he's an innocent soul. He's such a gentle giant, whatever the hell. All right. He's a cuddly, wuddly bear. I don't care. The proof is in the pudding. You cannot in no way, shape, or form distance yourself from the wrongdoings that your wife was doing, not only just in Jody's home, but under the roof of your own home. There ain't no way. Anyway, guys, comment down below. Hit that like button down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, crush that follow button as well. That would really mean a lot. It'd be great to have you part of the Pascal Show family. Anyways, time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.